Hey everybody, this is the Review Revolution coming at you with the first in our next Marvel Legends Toy Biz series. And this time we're going to look at Galactus. 16-inch Galactus to be exact. And I believe that Apocalypse was 14 inches? I have to look that up again. Maybe it was 16 as well. But a big guy. These are going to be some big guys standing next to each other. I can't wait. For those of you who don't remember the Apocalypse series packaging, basically same for Galactus. Just got the Marvel Legends on the bottom. Picture of the Build-A-Figure and the one that it comes with. Today we're looking at Nightcrawler. And the figure, Galactus series at the top. Other figures that come in the wave is Nightcrawler, of course. Got the Grey Hulk, who has a green variant. Deathlock, Professor X. Bullseye, again with a variant. War Machine, the War Machine, Iron Man 2 War Machine. Not really, but, you know, coincidence? Maybe. Doctor Strange. And finally, the completed Galactus. Very, very cool. Here we take a look at Nightcrawler with his stats. Again, just like with the Apocalypse series, you know, pause as necessary. On his bio, it says, raised in a traveling circus, German-born Kurt Wagner, or Kurt Wagner, learned that his mutant abilities were a gift to be celebrated. Nightcrawler can teleport his clothing, and a certain amount of additional mass from one point to another almost instantaneously. He leaves behind smoke and the smell of burning brimstone, actually the atmosphere from the unknown dimension through which he travels. Nightcrawler may look like a blue-skinned devil, but this swashbuckler is one of mutankind's guardian angels, using his amazing abilities and power to teleport to fight the forces of evil. So that's actually really cool. So that's just a look at the pack. We'll take a moment, open them up, have some fun. Be right back. And here we go. We've got Nightcrawler out of the pack. And first impressions, he's actually a really, really cool figure. I don't know how many Nightcrawler figures we've gotten, at least not in the classic red and black. But for being the only one that I have, I think this is actually a pretty sweet figure. I think he's pretty awesome. The one thing, or the things that I really, really like about him, first off, on his sculpt. I mean, yeah, they've given him, you know, all the iconic, you know, features, the three toes, three toes, 3 fingers, the whole thing, the tail. But on the costume, they've gone ahead and given him the kind of this plastic top torso that has kind of the shoulder pieces. That's very iconic for the character, and it's really cool. He is loaded with articulation. Now, I've ranted about too much articulation in the past. With Nightcrawler, as long as it all holds together, that's always my fear, is that too much articulation, too much can go wrong. Is it really necessary? But if it all holds together, this is just awesome. He's got a top articulation, a twist in the top part of his torso. He's got a crunch, and he's got a twist at his waist. So that's 3 points just in the torso alone. In his arm, of course, got the twist. Twist again, double elbow, wrist, or I guess arm, forearm, wrist, and individually articulated fingers. Yes, there are only 2 of them, but they are individually articulated. On his head, let's go up and down, side to side. On the legs, they come out again, double jointed knee, and toes, which the toes have Well, there's the back toe here, and there's this toe, and this toe. Which, if you can find something that would hold on to, you might actually be able to grasp something. Or at least, with the peg that's on the bottom of the foot, you can certainly try and give that impression if you've got the right kind of stand. So, really, the very first thing that I thought of was, wow, what kind of acrobatic kind of pose can you get him in? Because he's just loaded with articulation that you just want to see what you can put, what kind of pose you can get him into, handstands and things like that. He does, of course, have his iconic tail, the devil tail. Doesn't have a twist here, but does have a wire in it. So it's got kind of a Gumby thing going. So it'll hold pretty well into a lot of different poses. I will probably keep it pretty much the same kind of way it came out of the box, for the most part. Biggest drag on the figure, and probably the thing that's going to lower its score the most, is the face. It's not a bad face, it's just not a Nightcrawler face. This is not the Nightcrawler the kind of face you expect to see on Nightcrawler. As a matter of fact, when you look at that sneer on his face, so it looks a little too wide, it's not narrow enough, it doesn't fit with the rest of his design. But you look at that sneer, and I'll tell you, that's the exact look I gave the figure when I first looked at the face. I mean, that is the exact same expression I had when I first saw what he looked like. It's like, what? The paint on it is really nice. I mean, you get the highlights of the blue and the black hair. The sculpt on the ears is nice. And the overall colors, again, very iconic, very much the Nightcrawler figure. Biggest drawback I could find was that on some of the joints around the waist and on the leg, I don't know if I can find it now, the black was kind of peeling off a little bit. So, overall, a nice figure, a really nice Nightcrawler, particularly if you don't have any others. This is a really good one to have. A new head on him would certainly be welcome. I would probably give him a good solid 3.5 stars. He's worth getting, worth having, particularly because of his Galactus accessory, the lower half of Galactus, which I do want to make a point. I want to stop and make a special point. Look how shiny and cosmic he's going to be. Look how shiny that is. And trust me, when you see it in person, it's even worse. That's just crazy. Of course, like with Apocalypse, the figures do come with an assembly card, so you can see how Galactus will get together, or it can tease you for the pieces that you're missing. He also came with 2 other accessories. Well, not really accessories, just kind of pack-ins. One is the book, which it's not like a comic book, but it's more of a art book of Nightcrawler. And it just makes you realize, man, it would have been so much nicer if they had just included some of these sculpt designs or some of these images instead of that one face. And then lastly, there was actually a promo for the Fantastic Four movie due out in July 2005 with all the neat little merchandising that'll be coming out there. Sue Storm, Ben Grimm, Johnny Storm, Victor Von Doom, and all the figures that came out for it, all the merchandising, Human Torch, Thing, built-in handle, control all the action. Interesting. Stretch Armstrong, Mr. Fantastic, and the I Say 13 Phrases Thing. So, it's kind of a little nifty. I don't doubt we'll probably see this in all of this wave. But for now, this has been the Review Revolution, taking a look at the Toy Biz Galactus series Nightcrawler. Rate, comment, subscribe, join the revolution, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.